As you come out of junctions like this, you need to use the other side of the road to avoid hitting the curb. Approach at a low speed and check there is nothing coming before committing to the turn. Be prepared to stop. These lanes are narrow. Use good all-round checks to ensure that you know what is going on around you and stop, or give way if needed. In Paul bus station, there is a speed limit of 10 miles an hour. Although 5 miles an hour is more sensible most of the time, be aware of pedestrians. And consider that you need to give way to vehicles which are reversing from the stance, stop if needed, adhere to signals from bankspersons. On the approach to this roundabout, there is a bend in the road, and railings close to the edge of the road. Use good observations to ensure you are aware of other road users. It can be needed to use some of the other lane on approach here. Proceed with caution over the high street and in this area. There can be a lot of pedestrians and a lot of tourists. It is known for people to cross here without looking. Always be prepared to stop safely. There can also be cars looking for somewhere to park and not paying full attention. Turnings like this require overhang over the pavement and often have street furniture close to the edge of the road. Be aware of these aspects and adjust speed and observations accordingly. There are multiple pedestrian crossings on this route. On approach to zebra crossings, ensure you are managing your speed in order to be able to stop if needed. The same applies to traffic light controlled crossings. When turning at traffic lights like this, undertake tail swing checks before making the turn. This bridge cannot be passed with a large vehicle coming the other way. Check there is nothing bigger than a standard van coming the other way before committing. If something large like a HGV enters the bridge, once you have committed, then stop and do not proceed until your way is clear. There are schools in this area. Take great care at school run times, as there are often a lot of students in the area. When passing parked cars, good observation and forward planning are needed on approach. Manage speed according to conditions and remain courteous to other road users by giving way to them if needed. This is the location of one of the low bridges in the area. It is 9 foot 3 inches, so is not suitable to pass under in any bus. Always turn right at this junction. There are cycle lanes along this route, which come in various styles. Manage speed appropriately and stop if needed, as the road does now narrow in places. Pass cyclists with great care whether they are on the cycle lane or the road. There is another low bridge located here. Use the road markings and move out, so you are within the markings when passing under this bridge. When going over speed bumps, reduce your speed in plenty of time, and keep a low speed while both axles are going over them. This will help make the ride comfortable for our customers, and help reduce wear and tear on the bus. There are schools on this road. Take care at school run times. There are a lot of cars parked here at some times. Pass with care, keeping up good all-round observations. Approach blind bends at a speed which allows you to stop safely. If something comes the other way, use reflections if you can to help you see around the corner. Straddle both lanes at junctions like this. Sometimes it is needed to stop cars coming down the side of the bus in the other lane, to keep everybody safe. Sandy Lane is narrow in places. Use good forward planning and observation to look out for large vehicles. Like other buses approaching, try to meet other buses in places that are wide enough, like side road junctions. If this is not possible, then do not drive along the pavement. If absolutely necessary and safe to do so, then mount the curb and stop, allowing the other bus to pass. There is a school on this road. Take care at school run times. There are a lot of cars parked here at some times. Keep a low speed and consider that a child could run out from behind a parked car. Double mini roundabouts can be confusing for some road users. Negotiate these roundabouts at a speed that allows you to keep good all-round observation, and slow or stop if necessary. This is a tight turning with an island in the road. Use good mirror checks and steering technique to avoid hitting this island. Turnings like this can require overhang over the pavement. Be aware of vehicle projections and overhangs when turning, and keep a sharp eye out for pedestrians and street furniture, as well as good observations to check for rear end sweep. This is a tight right turn. Approach slowly and make sure you have room to make the turn before committing. Stop and wait if needed. There is road furniture close to the edge of the road. On this roundabout, Fleet's Bridge roundabout is known for confusing some other road users. Use good all-round observation, and be willing to back off if someone changes lanes with short notice. When entering lay-by bus stops, use low speed. And lots of observations. Bus stops with shelters like this one can present a hazard. There is a risk of striking the bus stop with the bus body or mirror arm. Be aware of any intending customers or pedestrians and stop if needed. There are new cycle lanes along this road, which come in various styles. Some bus stops have been placed on the cycle lanes. Conduct extra mirror checks before alighting customers at these stops. When pulling into a stand in the bus station, use good all-round observation and good steering technique, as well as using low enough speed to enable you to stop with short notice if needed.